Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. It's Thursday, relatively calm. Manchester City 3, Copenhagen 1. First leg of our Champions League tie in Copenhagen. We got the job done. It was a great trip out there. Had a great time. Met loads of City fans, a lot of Scandinavian Blues, a Swedish supporters branch, an Oslo supporters branch. Loads of Scandinavian Blues was out there with us partying and that. And it couldn't have gone any better, I think, Blues. I think if we'd have said before the game that we're going to come way back to Manchester 3-1, we're taking that. You know what I mean? We're taking it. Went out to Copenhagen Monday morning, early flight. With a mate of mine, Neil. Big shout to Neil. Landed in Copenhagen, snowing, cold. But yeah, we was excited for it. We all headed to the Irish bar over there. I'm sure you've all seen the videos and the pictures, the old Irish bar. I think they dropped the beers down to about £3. I mean, well, put it this way. It benefited all the lads because they were on it. But me, who doesn't drink, who was drinking Diet Coke, was having to pay something like £4.95 for a Diet Coke, while all these fucking lunatics were swinging off the air conditioning units on £3 Carlsberg. So to be fair, they had a great time, but I spent a fortune, you know what I mean? But the night before the game is always the best night for me. Everyone was heading down to the Irish bar. They had a guy on with a guitar. I don't know if you've seen him. It was a bit scouse for me, you know what I mean? He had the fucking guitar and he's playing the tunes and that, and people were singing, but he murdered half the songs. He murdered them. He was either too slow or too fast. There was no in between. So he got a bit jarring and that. But listen, as you've seen by the videos, the atmosphere was brilliant. Everyone had a great time. And did a little bit of work for City out there. The 5 trophies were on display in Copenhagen. It was called Wekstat 167 or something. It was like an old disused warehouse, a bit like Freight Island in town. Had a few bars and disco tunes going on and that. And anyway, the 5 trophies were there. And it's the first time I've seen all 5 in one place. And I was in there about half an hour early, setting up with FG, Nedda Manure and that. And got to basically just ogle them for an hour. So I was literally just awestruck with it, looking at the details on the trophies, having a look at that European Cup and that. And I tell you what, if you've not been and seen all 5 yet, you need to go, because it is an impressive sight to see, let me tell you. And some of the pictures the people were getting with the trophies was unbelievable. And we was interviewing a few people. Some people have lived in Sweden all their life, but supported City from main road days. Some people were relatively new fans who jumped on it, who couldn't believe that the trophies were there in Copenhagen. And yeah, these events are great. They're great, but you know, City have got to get it right in Manchester and surrounding areas. For me, you know, it's all right sending 5 trophies to Buenos Aires in fucking Argentina, but you can only send 4 to Blakely. You know, we said this the other week. So there's a little bit of work needs to be done on these trophy tours. You know, I get why the club are sending them around the world. The fan base is growing. The interaction with the foreign supporters is brilliant. But let's get it right on our own doorstep first. You know, there's a lot of girls and boys who've been watching this club for a long time recently who, you know, they should be first on the list, in my opinion. Let's sort the Mancunian lads out and the girls out, and then bang the trophies out there. You know, the shop, there was a shop out here supposed to get the treble. I think the UEFA or FIFA pulled it last minute. They wanted all the Champions League in the shop because it was a Puma shop, and they only ended up with 2. So, I mean, it's a bit shit. If you're advertising the treble coming to town, you want to go and get a picture with the treble. You don't want to be getting a picture with the Premier League and the FA Cup when you've set your out on a treble. So things like that are a bit shit, but it is what it is. Everyone had a good time. There was a rumour going around that the trophies were going to the pub. The guy who owns the pub got on the mic and said, Man City are bringing the trophies here tomorrow, 12 till 2. So got to 12 till 2. I put it on my story, said the trophies are going to be in the pub 12 till 2. Never turned up. So made me look a twat. So I ended up taking it off my story. Tried to get confirmation from City, and people was like passing me from pillar to post. So a little bit of lack of communication. But anyway, don't matter. The guy with the guitar turned up again, started getting the tunes on, and then boom, we were ready for it. Danish police, mint, got us all to the train station, put a full train on, Man City only train, straight into Copenhagen, dropped us off. A big walk to the ground, everyone singing, no trouble, great. Get in the stadium, Copenhagen end is full. Brilliant supporters, Copenhagen supporters was. They were 45 minutes before the game. They were rammed in their end. They were creating the noise. They were up for it, absolutely up for it. It was brilliant. They were really, really good. City end, can't lie, was a mixed bag. You know, you had a few pockets of people trying to get it going. The Copenhagen boys were a bit loud, so it was hard to get a tune in over them anyway. There was a lot of people pissed, I'll be honest. There was a lot of people drunk, so people were just folded. So they were like, you know, the £3 Carlsberg had done its job. But teams announced, no real surprises. Looking at the squad, I thought it was a very, very strong lineup. I was really impressed with it. I was looking forward to it. The game started, and we were brilliant. First 20 minutes, we were outstanding. I thought we knocked the ball around fast, quick. We really, really showed our class. I didn't think they could lay a glove on us. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne with the first goal. Kevin's been immense since he come back. He cut in from the right, smashed it low, bottom corner, 1-0. We're happy. People sending me pictures. Steve, just seen you on the telly, cheer up. If you understood how cold my plates of meat was, yeah, my feet were freezing, yeah. I didn't put my thermal socks in. I was fuming. And I was cold. That's why my face was fuming, you know what I mean? I was a bit cold. Let me have a drink. Let me have a drink. This Coke didn't cost me £4.95. But you're thinking at 1-0, no problem. Sound. Grealish then pulls up with an injury. I believe he's out for a few weeks, a bit of a groin or a muscle strain or whatever. Bit unfortunate, you know what I mean? He's not played for weeks, Jack. He got his start. He was playing really well. I thought the shape and the balance of the team looked perfect. Anyway, he was injured. We had to bring Jeremy on, who we know Jeremy's a bit wild. And to be honest, I was dead relaxed. I was thinking, they're not going to score. We're going to see it out. Obviously, Edison had other ideas. His misplaced pass, put us under pressure. The kid finished it from the edge of the box. Great goal. It's 1-1 then. And you're thinking, come on, you know what I mean? Don't play this well and come away from here, you know, with nothing. Don't do it, City. You know what I mean? Anyway, just before half-time, great, like, ricochet ball through from De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva onto it, but the finish was brilliant from Bernardo. I mean, what a player he is. Absolutely outstanding player for Manchester City Football Club. Pokes it in, and we're going in at half-time 2-1 up. So we're happy, you know what I mean? We're happy with that. Don't think Copenhagen really laid a glove on us. There was no point in the game where I thought these could turn it on and beat us. I just thought we've got 2 or 3 more gears to go. We proved it near the end of the game. It was coming. I think Haaland missed a couple of chances, had a header, and when he went through, he shot straight at the keeper. And then we got the goal late on, Phil Foden. You know what I mean? Injury time, wraps it up 3-1. And yeah, City fans were going home happy. Do you know what I mean? To go to Copenhagen, come away with 3-1 victory, made up with it. United got beat there. You know, they went 2-0 up there, took the foot off the gas, got beat. But we're different leagues above Copenhagen. We're different level above, and they know that. You know, Copenhagen fans coming out the ground we're talking to were just saying how good we was, and, you know, Man City, what a team. It looks so easy and that. And do you know what? As a City fan hearing that when you're coming out the ground, it makes you feel proud. You know what I mean? You're proud of your team. And we have got one hell of a team. And like you say, we've got 1 foot in the next round. We've got to go to the Etihad, do nothing stupid, make sure we get the win. But overall, it was a good night in Copenhagen. We apparently Bernardo's got a bit of a kick. It did look a bit nasty. Whether he can be fit for Chelsea, I don't know. We've also got Jack, who's out. Guardiola's out for about 3 weeks. Kovacic is back. So we're looking okay. We're looking okay. We don't want to be losing any left backs. We don't want Nathan Ake to get injured, as we'd be struggling. But other than that, looking around the squad, Alvarez got a rest. We look like we've got a good team. We've got a good side. We've got some good form. I think it's 11 wins on the bounce. We've got Chelsea coming up at weekend. And Chelsea, I can't lie, it's just like a bit of a hit and miss. You just don't know what Chelsea team's going to turn up. You know, we went to Stamford Bridge this season and we thought we're going to roll them. We end up having one of the best games you've ever seen in the Premier League and coming away with a 4-4 draw. So, yeah, we can't take it for granted. We're in the business end of the season. We've got to make sure we start the tempo fast. We take Chelsea into deep water, somewhere where they've never been, and we drown them. You know what I mean? We've got to bury them. Against Everton, we changed it a bit. We had Akanji and everyone coming into midfield. It was very laboured and lacklustre first half. Thankfully, he changed it second half, and Kyle and everyone came on, and Kev, and we made it work. But against Chelsea, we've got to be at our best. Cole Palmer's coming back. He's going to want to put a big shift in front of his former club. So we need to make sure we're on it, Blues. We've got to make sure we're on it. It's an half-5 kickoff on a Saturday night. No excuses for the fans. South Stand, the early kickoff, I can get it. It can be flat. Half-5, Saturday night, on the piss. South Stand, DJ. There's no excuses. We've got to be there. We've got to be there. We've got to turn up. We've got to get the boys over the line Saturday. They need us now. They need us more than ever. So if you're going on Saturday, yeah, make sure you're in your seat early and we get behind this team. We need to beat Chelsea. You know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts in the comments about Chelsea game. What do you think the score will be? How do you think it will pan out? I think we'll beat them 3-1. I don't know why. Just got this little 3-1 inkling in my head. I think we'll do it. And I think we just keep on moving. Keep on moving. What was I going to say? Guardiola, Kovacic injuries. We've touched on them. We've signed Savio from Troyes, who was on loan at Girona for next season. That deal's done. Looks like he is going to come and train with the team. So Pep must think highly of him. Young, 19-year-old winger. Does that mean somebody's going out? Does that mean maybe Bernardo will leave? Does that mean Grealish might leave? We don't know. You know, there's a lot of people talking and speculating, but we don't know. We just don't know. Funny story about Copenhagen. I was in my hotel, I was waiting to go out, and Alfie Haaland was in there, and Haaland's agent, that Ego, I think he's called, he was in there. I went over, just shook their hand, had a bit of gab about football. I said to this Ego, listen, do me a favour. Any Spanish numbers, call your phone, Real Madrid, fuck it off. The big man's staying in Manchester. He's happy. He's staying. And his reply was, I do not answer calls from Spanish numbers. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part for the boys. We don't want Erling Haaland going Real Madrid. So hopefully he's a man of his word. And when it comes up, you know, like you're at home and the phone comes up with L number or Dagenham, and you think it's fucking T-Mobile, that. It's EE, that, or something like that. Hopefully he'll just look and go, it's Real Madrid, that. Fuck off. That's what we want. But yeah, that was a funny story. Funny story on the plane back. Yeah, the plane back was just about to land, and the plane that landed in front of us hadn't pulled off the runway quick enough. And we had to literally, it was like somebody pressed the accelerator. We were going down and it went, and we took back off. People were screaming on the plane. The journalist, Sam Lee from The Athletic, he was next to me. Yeah, we shit ourselves. Joleon Lescott was on the plane. You know what I mean? Joleon, he was asleep when I walked past him. I think he might have shit himself as well. But yeah, EasyJet. Yeah, they come over and explained it, what had happened and that. But can't lie, my ass was going. I thought, this is the end. We've won the treble. We've won the World Club Cup. We've won the Super Cup. And I'm going to die in a ball of flames in an orange EasyJet plane. Do you know what I mean? Which would have been tragic. Would have been tragic. But anyway, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm back. We're here. I'm doing this preview. We've touched on Copenhagen. Brilliant result. We touched on Chelsea. You know, bit hit and miss. Very hard to judge. They've had a bad season by their accounts, but they turn up when it counts. I'm just listen. People were asking me about the Ederson mess, and people messaging me, "Oh, Ederson fucked up and all that." Listen, relax. He made a mistake. He knows that. You could see afterwards. But we won 3-1. The lads got him out of it. We move on. He saved our ass many a times in the Champions League. I do believe we might not have won it last season without him. At the end in Istanbul, Ederson was outstanding. So listen, he dropped a bollock. He held his hands up, and we move on. But as far as the team goes for Chelsea, does Akanji come back in? Does he keep the same back four? You know, would you start Doku? Would you maybe put Foden out there and Bernardo on the right and keep it a bit more balanced? Or does Oscar Bob get a start, you know, against Chelsea? Does he drop Haaland against Chelsea and play a false nine with Alvarez? Bring Haaland on late? Does De Bruyne start? There's a lot of conundrums going around in Pep's head. But let me know what you think, you know what I mean? Let me know. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's the business end of the season. Met some fantastic people in Copenhagen. Man City fans, the best in the world. I must have had 200 pictures with people and gabbing with people. Had some laughs. Absolutely brilliant. You know, there's no supporters like it. Enjoy it. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying, Big Steve, you stick up for us and you're the voice of us and all that. Listen, I'm just going to defend City the best way I know how to defend City. That's all it is. You know what I mean? I'm always going to try and tell the truth. Some of you guys might not agree with me sometimes. Some of you might agree with everything I say. Some might not. That's football. You know what I mean? That's opinions. And I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to post regular. It's just when you go into the games as well, trying to find the time to post is hard. Do you know what I mean? These lads that don't go, they're on it every day doing streams and stuff like that. I get it. It's their living. But you're flying from Copenhagen, coming back, taxis, getting home, doing work and all that, and trying to do streams. It's tough, man. It's tough. But it is what it is. I'm still here and I'm still doing it. But listen, everybody that's going to the match at weekend, enjoy it. R5 against Chelsea. Let's bring the noise. Copenhagen was great. Thanks to everyone in Copenhagen for the hospitality. Manchester City, what a team. 3-1. 1 foot in the quarter-final. Bayern Munich got beat last night. Tommy tapping Tuchel is proving to the world what Big Steve said about him. He's a fraud. Other than that, Blues, I'm going. Enjoy your weekend. I see you at the match Saturday. Come and say hello. No problem. And let's hope that this Manchester City train can keep on moving. And like I said at Arsenal, there's blood in the water. Well, all I'm going to say now is there's a little tiny trace of blood in the water. So you know what's coming. Up the Blues.